Hey people, well, today's going to be several firsts. It'll be my first solo hike, which is kind of exciting and sad at the same time. Exciting because, well, it's my first solo hike, and sad because my lovely wife's not here to share it with me, especially since it's going to be a new trail that neither one of us has been on before. Another first is it's going to be my longest single day hike. We're anticipating somewhere between 12 and 13 miles today. We're going to take the Buck Springs Trail from Highway 276 over to the Pisgah Inn on the Blue Ridge Parkway. Depending on which map or trail description you listen to, that's 6.2 miles one way and then 6.2 back. So if those are right, we'll be at about 12.4. So come on, go with us. Most of the trail today is supposed to be fairly level, just a gentle elevation gain up to the Pisgah, with two notable exceptions. And one of those is right here at the beginning, where there's about 100-foot drop over these rock steps. And then the other exception is right at the end as you approach the Pisgah Inn, where there's roughly 1,000-foot elevation gain within a very short period, something like a mile. Once I get the GPS track, I'll be able to give you more exact numbers. Okay, the trail that you're looking at there is the trail that I just came up. If we pan over to my left, but the direction we were going, it would be a trail coming in on the right-hand side. That's the Barrett Branch Trail. That trail will take you back down into the Pink Beds area of the Pisgah National Forest. Really have to pay attention when you're coming back this trip to make sure not to take what will be the left-hand fork and to continue back up the trail that we came on. I'm a little bit confused. According to the map, the Mountains to Sea Trail should have come into this trail a little further back, but from what would have been the left-hand side, but there was no trail coming in. And if you see this sign, it shows that this is Mountains to Sea Trail that we're already on. So not sure if that was rerouted. I know it's been rerouted a few times. So I'll try to investigate that more once we get back. But on this side, Barrett Branch Trail. Okay, about 5 miles in. Been climbing for the last 30-45 minutes. Not real steep, but enough. And I don't know if you can see that up there, but up on top of that mountain through the trees is the Pisgah Inn. That's our halfway point. We'll stop there, eat lunch, and then turn around and go back the other direction. It's almost depressing. Probably can't tell it from the video, but it's quite a good bit in elevation above where we are now, so that last little bit of climb is it's gonna be tough. Just made it to the top of the climb. Man, it was rough. I'm still pretty out of shape. Made a lot of improvements in October, but that just wore me out. So you can see this is the rest of the path that goes up to Pisgah Inn. I've been told there's some rocking chairs up at the end of this green grassy path. I'm sure hoping that nobody's in them. Not real sure how I'm going to be able to turn around and go all the way back to the truck. Now there's another aspect coming into play. Don't know if you can see that off in the distance, but it's a storm. Already hearing thunder. That's the way I'll have to go on the way back. That wasn't in the forecast for today. Wasn't in the plan. There's a better view of that storm coming in. Still on this grassy path. Don't know how long it is, but oh, look up yonder. There's a lot of rocking chairs. A lot of empty rocking chairs. And one of them's going to have my butt in it here in just a minute. Well, this will be the halfway point. That's depressing. I guess the good news is it's mostly downhill on the way back, but the bad news is I'm spent. I don't have anything left. Hopefully some lunch and a little bit of rest will help. Part of the Pisgah Inn. Alright, it's time to head back. Hopefully it's not going to take as long to get back as it did to get here. And hopefully it won't wear me out quite as much because it's predominantly downhill. Once I get past the really steep part, which is probably going to be rough on my knees, I think it'll be pretty good after that, except for the rocky spots. The trail's pretty rocky. And the parts that don't have rocks have roots, but I can deal with that later. If you're wondering why I didn't take any video coming up this trail for the last part, the last couple of miles going up towards Pisgah Inn, it's because it was all I could do to breathe and put one foot in front of the other. There was no way I could video. Now going downhill, probably still not going to do a whole lot of videoing, just so that I don't fall and bust my rear end going down. I'll see you down the hill. Okay, remember at the beginning where I said I was a little confused because I was expecting the Mountains to Sea Trail to come in from the left hand side in the direction we were going. Well, here it is. I just didn't see it when we were coming the other way. The sign doesn't have anything on the other side, and I was paying attention to that log crossing that I was going to use and just totally missed it. But this is where the Mountains to Sea Trail comes in. Okay, I made it back to the truck. So I was going to say that I overestimated my ability today, but I don't think that's right. Maybe what I did was underestimated the trail, and the reason I don't think it's right that I overestimated my ability is I made it back, and as best I can tell, nothing's permanently injured, although I'm pretty beat right now. Having some cramps in my feet, but I'm eating some bacon jerky, good stuff. I've already had about a gallon of water, I guess. I stopped at one of the streams on the way back and used my Sawyer Mini, no, not a Sawyer Mini, my Sawyer filter, filled up with my bottles with water, and then also drank some straight out of the filter. So trying to stay well hydrated. And I've got a liter bottle here beside me that I'm working on now with my bacon jerky. Once I get back and download all the data from the GPS, I'll add to the end of the video the specs from the trip. Elevation gain, loss, steepest section, length, etc. Well, until next time.